Now let's consider an important and somewhat sensitive site preparation issue. The question is, who is building your website? And does that person or team understand SEO? I've got into a lot of trouble in the past. I've apparently offended plenty of people with my comments, in particular web designers. But my loyalty is to my clients and the people who I'm training, whether in person, through books or online courses. I'm going to tell you the facts. I'm not intending to offend anyone, but what I'm about to say is quite simply true.
The fact is, many web developers and web design firms know very little about SEO. If you're a web designer, then I'm happy to see that you're educating yourself in this area, and obviously you're not my target. But I've learned over 15 years or so that most web developers do not understand SEO and will not optimize your site properly if left up to the job themselves. I've learned this from both my own experience and the experiences of scores of consulting clients I've worked with over the years. And it's not just a past problem. Just yesterday, I was talking with a development firm building a large new site for an important client of mine, and it became quite clear during the conversation that I could not just step away and hope they would optimize the site properly. I will have to advise them and watch them step by step. Unfortunately, there's another very significant problem. Although most web development firms do not understand SEO, they almost always claim they do. Why? Because all their competitors claim the same thing. But they almost certainly don't. So please don't make the mistake of hearing your developer say, "No problem, we'll deal with the SEO, leave it to us," and then stepping away and trusting them to get the job done. In 9 cases out of 10, probably 95 out of 100 in fact, they will not do a good job. So you, or someone on your team, needs to be educated in the area of SEO so that you can ensure the job is being done correctly. There's another related issue. Who is creating the content for your site, and do they understand your keywords and how to use them? Any content development team needs to think about keywords, needs to know what your important keywords are, how to focus on a particular keyword phrase for particular pieces of content, and that they should also be using other related terms scattered throughout the content. I find it useful for content developers to have a list of keywords on the wall behind their computer screens so they can glance up now and then and remind themselves of the terms they should be using.
At this point, you may want to take a little time and consider this issue. You need to discover how much your developers understand about SEO and come up with a plan for oversight, for learning SEO yourself. Completing this course would be a good thing to do. And then keeping an eye on site development to make sure SEO is being done properly as the site progresses.